Welcome to a very special edition of USfanTV Live. We decided to do a lunchtime chat today because we have nothing else to do. I don't know what the real answer to that is, but we're still going to do the live show tonight because we do these live shows every Monday and Wednesday night. But we decided to do a lunchtime one today on Monday because we felt like it, and we're Americans and we can do what we want.
That's freedom, baby.
Freedom! What are we talking about?
I think we're going to talk about the U17s here. We'll give you guys a little something to think about ahead of our chat tonight. Look at the kind of reigning victories the U17s pulled off over the last 6 days, 5 days, whatever it is now. 3 wins in 3 games, plus 13 goal differential, 15 goals scored, only 2 against. Beat Brazil, I would say, most notably. Impressive. I mean, tactically, I always say that it's hard to take a lot from U17 games as they tend to go. There's just not a lot of defense. But you can't argue the goals. You can't argue the teams they beat. And I don't know. I mean, what do you think? It was pretty impressive. I mean,
I don't know how seriously the other 3 nations were taking this, but I don't know why they wouldn't take it seriously. I mean, this is, hopefully the future of everyone's team. We're talking about Brazil, not a small footballing nation.
You might have heard of them once or twice.
We're talking about Portugal, the reigning European champions, although it was an odd tournament.
And the greatest builders of self-reverential cock statues in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo.
I had a joke written, and you just beat me to it. So you know what? I'm going to save that joke for tonight. But it was basically that, yes, the cock statue thing. And Turkey, which, they're not as good as they once were when they had all those German Turks playing for them. But this is a team that not that long ago was a semifinalist in a World Cup. So these are good teams, and we dominated. I didn't see the 7-1 game live because we were watching the Poutine Derby that night, but I saw highlights of it, and I think there was one stretch before one of the goals where we strung together about 15 straight passes. I saw some of the Turkey match, and I saw a good chunk of the Brazil match yesterday, and we just looked good. So it's exciting. I know some of these guys they're already property of European teams. Some of them are in the Dallas system because they've got such a great youth system. Some of the guys are still with their local club teams. And I think after a performance like that, you would hope to see more guys jump to, if not, something like Dallas, it would be great to see him jump over to Europe and start training with European teams. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. To me, the big thing to look for in these is kind of individual talent, because still at 17, it's so it is so back and forth. I mean, it's all kind of wide open. You'll see one good pass from a player, then you'll see a terrible pass or something. It's not as coordinated. It's not as cohesive because they're just not training as much. But in that regard,
they're not. You don't think the men's national team gets together that much? These guys are, really just met each other, a lot of them. So, that's something to be expected, I think.
Yeah, and so that's impressive. I do think this will probably be a stepping stone to get a number of guys either better deals somewhere or get them to catch on somewhere, especially since, you could pick them up now and still get their first full adult contract in another year or two when they turn 18. And then you're looking at a good deal on a top prospect and, potential player for the future. It was interesting to see. Now, I granted some of why he's at PSG may be because of his dad, but Timothy Weah, I mean, he's not even a starter for us. I mean, he's coming off the bench, and here he was scoring 2 goals. Scoring 2 goals. So it is impressive to see the depth of talent, at least, that, we have somebody who's literally playing or training at PSG right now, and here he is, just a bench player for us. So that's exciting. It certainly raises the possibility. I think that there may be something to see in the future. That maybe our pipeline is getting stronger. There is more stuff, more players coming through it. So that's exciting to see. I mean, we had 3 different guys score four goals. That's kind of impressive on its own. Just to have 1, much less 3, it truly shows that we were putting out some good firepower. Excuse me. And it was one of the things I liked was it was nice to see some Americans in an actual competitive game with a good first touch. I did see that a number of times. I mean, granted, it's 17, so like I said, it's kind of like the passes. It can be hit or miss, but there were actually some players with some good first touches that weren't just bouncing it 10 yards down the field off their foot or off their thigh or something. So that was I thought impressive as well. It does raise my interest level in next summer's World Cup for them. See how they perform, see what happens, and you got to wish them well now.
Yeah.
Now, if there is a downside, I will say I also watched Josie and Freddie Adu as 17s destroy Brazil. So if there's a moment of like levity or like bringing it back down to earth a little bit, I did watch them just like dance around Brazilians at like 16 or whatever they were at that point.
That's because Freddie Adu was 28 at the time.
Yeah,
Josie,
exactly.
Say what you will. I think he's mostly panned out, but maybe not the potential we thought he had at 20, but still, I mean, he's had a pretty nice career other than the little stint at Sunderland there. So I was going to say, one other thing I wanted to note about that. It was amazing to me that a live stream of teenagers playing soccer still looked better than beIN Sports does when they do the qualifiers for us. The full men's national team World Cup qualifiers on the road.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just how bad they are. And the stream, actually, US Soccer did a good job. Looked good.
It looked a lot like the Vinci Heat game back in back in August or September. What was that? Where it was like one wide shot that the camera just panned back and forth. Oh, now there's a second camera just for a tight shot. But hold on, and then what was it? The first goal in the Brazil game that it was under a highlight from something else. They were showing replay, and then they're like, "Oh, and he scores!" Oh, great, good job.
We're going to talk about lots of other things tonight. We are going to talk about, and I'm going to try, this is always a bad idea, but I'm going to try punching up video live. Let's see. This even
video.
Always a terrible idea. Let's see. Here's Pulisic making his run.
Speaking of American youth, he sure looks fast right there.
He didn't get a lot of, let's look at it again. He didn't get a lot of game time this weekend against Gladbach. He came in the 78th minute, I think, right alongside Fabian. But that little run looked nice. A little shot at the end.
That kid is what you call talented. Young man is talented.
And we're back. And it worked. Look at that.
How about?
It's like I worked in television or something. So, we're going to talk about Pulisic and all these rumors swirling around. Klopp wants him at Liverpool to replace Coutinho, who isn't going to be out that long, but PSG apparently wants him. I want no part of that. I wrote about that on the website, USfanTV.com. Liverpool, I don't want him to go there. One, because I don't like Liverpool.
Hate him.
And because I don't want – this is the main reason. We'll talk about this more tonight, but I don't want to ruin a good thing. We've got a good thing going right now for an 18-year-old who I still view – he seems very mentally strong to me, but I still view any 18-year-old prospect as kind of a fragile thing, and I don't want to screw it up. So we'll talk more about that. We'll get your thoughts on that as well. Also, really, really, really terrible timing for injuries with Lyndon Gooch and Julian Green. Lyndon was starting to make an impact, and Green was about to maybe get some time with the first team in the Bundesliga at Bayern Munich, and he got hurt. So not good there. Also, why aren't there more Americans in the Premier League? I wrote something on the website about Clint Dempsey. Go read it if you haven't. And it made me realize that there was a time when there were 5 Americans playing at Fulham. Now I don't know that there are 5 total in the entire Premier League. So what's happened? Is it the stupid work rules? Is it, you know, MLS paying more? Is it a combination of things? We'll talk about that. We might share some memories about Clint Dempsey, who we'll probably talk more about this on Wednesday night, but won't be playing in MLS Cup, even though I feel like he needs to be there because of his heart condition. Just makes me sad. And we're going to beg and plead that you subscribe to this thing because we're very, very close to 100 subscribers, and we get to have our own little URL with USfanTV in it, and we want that.
We want to be special. Make us special. Make us special.
Please like us. So yeah, what else? Is that it? Is that what we wanted to talk about?
I think that is our rundown for this evening. You've seen some of our thoughts so far. You know, we talked about the U17s. Pat gave a little bit of his thoughts on Pulisic so far. We'll discuss the rest. I'll get my thoughts in as well. I won't just let him capitalize on the conversation tonight. So check us out. Come on back and let us know what you think. We look forward to hearing from you guys.
Bye. And Chris, you haven't heard a tap on the window at all, have you?
No, the rapists are not here today.
Great. Stay safe there. All right. See ya. We'll see you tonight.